Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again. Happy New Year's Eve. It is the final day of 2020. Hopefully 2021 is a little bit better than 2020. Hopefully you guys all have a safe and fun time tonight celebrating the new year. Anyway, we got a nice little 4 game slate for us to finish off 2020. As normal, if you guys go on to like the video, leave a like. I appreciate that quite a bit. And yeah, also hit that sub button as well. We will be doing NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos all throughout the NBA season. So definitely would love for you guys to come join us. And also, like I said, if you want to get in on our 150 lineups or our monthly, would love to have you as well. Our 150 lineups finally, first takedown of the season, took down last night. Came in first place in our 150 lineup, so definitely will take that. And I think we cashed like 120 out of 150 or 110 out of 150, something like that on single game. So it was absolutely killing it last night. So if anyone played it, they definitely won some pretty good money. So, like I said, if you want to get in on any of that, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter, and we will definitely get you all figured out. And like I said, that is down there in the comment section. Just click that link, and you will be sent to our Twitter. And like I said, give us a follow while you are there, and also message us to get all signed up. So let's go look at it. Like I said, we have a 4 game slate today. 4 games: Sacramento, Houston, New York, Toronto, New Orleans, OKC, and Phoenix at Utah. So some good-ish, bad-ish games, I guess. Yesterday, did do a video. It was kind of a day. A lot of pricey guys, not in really good spots, and not a lot of value. Portal obviously was one of the value guys, but besides that, not a ton of value out there. So yeah, let's get into it. Sacramento, Houston, 229 in a 5 spread. So John Wall, Gordon, and Cousins is all going to be cleared for this one. So let's go look at that Sacramento side. Sacramento playing pretty quick here. Um, as you see, for the most part, they're giving up pretty good points. 122, good one against Phoenix, but 122, 116, and 115. So, like I said, this should be a pretty fast-paced one. And like I said, it's only at a 229, which I think is a little low, maybe 231, 232. Right away, I don't mind De'Aaron Fox here. I know John Wall's back, half decent defender, but we really haven't seen him defend too much. Obviously, when he was in his prime, he was one of the best defenders out there. So we'll have to see here. But still, De'Aaron Fox is one of the quickest dudes out there. Usage rate's looking good. Finally getting a shot going for the most part in the season. Should, like I said, be a fast-paced game. And got his assist total at 7, 7, 4, and 9. So he's dishing the ball as well. So Fox definitely worth at only 7,900. Moving on on the King side, we got Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield's definitely your wild card play. He's either going to suck or not suck. As we know, this is going to be a fast-paced game with a lot of shots getting put up. If Buddy hits his shots, he's going to get you about 28 to 30. Last game, his shot wasn't hitting too much, so he had a couple assists and a couple rebounds, which isn't usually Buddy's game. So we'll have to see. Struggling a little bit with the shot, as you see. Did okay, 4 for 10 here, but hopefully he turns it around in this one. Next guy I want to mention is Tyrese in this one, 32 and 25, playing 27, 25 minutes. As you can see, since the start of the season, dude's still playing pretty good minutes. At $4,900, in a couple lineups, I wouldn't mind going Tyrese over Buddy, just because Tyrese has been doing a little bit better. Not a big usage guy, but definitely an all-around player. So both those guys are definitely worth a look. Harrison Barnes at 59. Let me see. Oh, it's only hit what value one time this year, right? Or twice, I guess. Once against Denver, and then another one against Denver. So, the Phoenix game for the most part, though, that's kind of a slower game. Denver a little bit faster. As I said, his Houston one should be kind of fast. So you could definitely look at Harrison Barnes. I got him for about 28 to 29, so he's worth a look. Bagley, only thing I'm worried about is his minutes aren't really there. If he gets his minutes up, which I don't think he will right now, but a little bit later on, he's definitely worth a look. Still putting up pretty good amount of shots, and his usage rate is solid as well. At 5-1, I just don't see a ton of upside for him. Maybe 26, 27, but his limited minutes just kind of scare me away from him. Rashawn Holmes is kind of the guy that's kind of sharing a couple minutes with Bagley and obviously Hassan Whiteside here. But Holmes kind of the guy that does everything. Couple rebounds and assists. The big thing about him, as we know, is his foul trouble. But looks like he's had a couple times with foul 6, 4, 4, and 2. But if he doesn't get in foul trouble like this last one, the dude can go play 28 to 30 minutes and do pretty solid for you. So not a bad matchup. He's gonna have to be out there in this one. And then we got Whiteside at $4,500. Not playing enough for me and not really doing anything. All right, let's go look at that Houston side real quick. So, like I said, all the main guys are back. We'll have to see if these guys are on a minute restriction. They obviously eased them back into it in the preseason, 19, 24, and 25, as you see for John Wall. And they also haven't played a game since the 15th, so almost 2 weeks or so, a little over 2 weeks. So we'll have to see what they do. If we get word John Wall has um, no limitations, then yeah, I'll probably fire him up. I think a lot of people will have him. We even saw with Harden, John Wall was still pretty productive with a 31% usage. So I do like Wall. Harden at 11 to 5. I'll probably have him in a couple. I do think he's not too bad with John Wall. Kind of takes a little bit of pressure off him to shoot a little bit more. He had a little bit more assist in these last couple games without John Wall. So I think it frees it up just a little bit for Harden. And on the flip side, Harden have the ball, it freezes it up for John Wall. And kind of how it is with New York. So not New York, sorry, the Nets. They have Kyrie and Irving, right? Two really good point guard and a small forward, power forward. They kind of open up the lanes up for like a Joe Harris. So in this instance, like an Eric Gordon, they open it up for Jared Allen. In this instance, DeMarcus Cousins. So kind of the same thing. So having these two guys right here definitely opens it up a little bit for these other guys. So kind of like I said with Harris or like a Levert, it opens it up. Eric Gordon, a pure shooter though, that's all you're kind of relying on. 5K is a little much for me for him. Christian Wood, usage rate probably going to come down a little bit. Probably about 16 to 17 shots, but still definitely worth a look at 8,800. He's getting up there for sure, but I think he's still going to be half decent. Boogie, I'm not sure if he's going to come off the bench or not. They got Tucker, and usually Tucker starts because he's a pretty good defensive player. Boogie usually doesn't come off the bench too much, so we'll have to see. And I don't know if it's going to have an effect on DeMarcus Cousins, kind of like Carmelo Anthony, right? He comes off the bench and doesn't do as good. Sometimes these veterans coming off the bench, they just don't do as good. So we'll have to see if Cousins starts, and once again, have to see if he has a minutes restriction. New York and Toronto at 2-16 and Toronto by 9. So New York really hasn't been playing too bad. The main guy to really look at here is Elfrid Payton. Like I said, the Knicks have won 2 in a row against a blowout in Milwaukee and against a close-ish one against Cleveland. So Payton's definitely in play if Austin Rivers and Alec Burks is out. This is one of the earlier games. So hopefully we have news by then. If they're both out, definitely worth looking at Payton. If Burks plays, I don't mind looking at Burks. $5,700. I still think he's worth a look. These Knicks aren't that great of an offense, and as you saw, his usage was pretty solid. So if Burke does play, definitely don't mind putting him in there. If he's out, definitely don't mind Payton. Fred VanVleet, 7,200, definitely worth a look. OG, 6,500, definitely getting up there in his price, but definitely worth a look. His steal upside is just insane. 5 steals, 1 block. He's definitely one of the best in the entire league. 65 is getting up there, but the Knicks are a pretty young team with Knox and RJ Barrett, so they might have a couple turnovers. Speaking of RJ, not too high on him here. I think OG's going to be on him, so that might hurt him a little bit. If Alec Burks is out, gotta have Randall again. Not the greatest matchup, but his usage rate is going to be solid. Siakam definitely worth a look. And Mitchell Robertson still only 5,200. Might get you around 27 to 30 in this one. New Orleans and OKC at 215 and New Orleans by 5. So this total's already gone up 1 or 2 in like 3 hours. So this one should be okay. We're not really getting a huge read on New Orleans. They play fast and then they play slow. Their offense is kind of inconsistent right now. Like I said, 113, nice win. Only scored 98, and then only scored 86. So maybe their offense is iffy right now. Phoenix is actually a pretty good defense. That San Antonio game I thought was going to be faster than Miami's a pretty good defense. So they've actually played some pretty good defenses. OKC is not a good defense. So I don't mind taking a shot with Lonzo. He was absolute trash last game. He had what 5 fantasy points, 3 for 12. Still shot the ball quite a bit. Had a 31% usage in limited minutes. You definitely look at him. I think he goes under owned because of John Wall and De'Aaron Fox. Shea Gilgeous, on the other hand, still going to put up pretty good points. Only shot 10 times and still had 36 points. So in this one, I think he could get back to 18 to 20 shots. I don't mind that. Dort could be worth a look. Bloodstill's kind of that like GPP guy. He's been absolutely terrible. Usage rate's been going down as well. But who knows? He could pop off at any second. Ingram 9.4 worth a look, but man, it's hard to pay that much for $9,400 in a 215 total. Zion's definitely worth a look. He was absolutely terrible last time out, but I'm not too afraid of OKC's defense here. I mean, who's going to guard him? Al Horford or Basley? Yeah, I don't think so. And not too into these guys. I mean, Adams, Horford, I guess worth a look, but not too much of those guys. In our last one, Phoenix and Utah, as I just mentioned, Phoenix defense is actually pretty good. I was looking at their DVPs. They're a pretty good defense. I'm kind of surprised. As we know, Chris Paul's a good defender, but I didn't think their defense would be that good. For the most part, they're limiting these guys' defensive teams. 102, 103, 102, 106, 186. So they're really not giving up a ton of points here. In Utah, one of those teams, they're either on or they're off as well. So we will have to see. So I know this says that Utah is going to get shooting guards, but it's in a different DVP that I was looking at that strictly focuses on Fanduel DVP. Says that Utah is actually the fourth or fifth worst team against shooting guards fantasy points for FanDuel wise. Obviously, it differs on DraftKings and other sites. So, but yeah, look, he's been trash, man. But this could be a game that Booker might get you 35 to 40 here. Is that enough? I'm not sure, but definitely low ownership. Not too into Mitchell. Utah is pretty good against small forwards defensively. Bridges in Cam Johnson, maybe those guys could be worth a look. They are doing pretty good. Beauchamp's pretty dang cheap. He is a shooter, as we know, and yeah, maybe get you 25 to 30. And don't mind Rudy at only $7,700. DeAndre Ayton, definitely not a fan of him. Royce O'Neal, another guy. If you desperately need somebody, he's $3,800. But like I said, his usage rate is so dang bad, but he gets 34 minutes. That's literally the only thing there. So if you desperately need someone, I guess you could look at him. So yeah, it's gonna be a little hard right off the bat to build something. Like I said, I do like Fox and John Wall combo. As I mentioned, if um, Smith and Burks are out, definitely don't mind going Peyton. If Burks does play, I don't mind taking a shot with Alec Burks. Harden not a must-have, but still solid against a faster game in Sacramento. Shea 84 is worth a look. Booker is kind of my GPP wild card right there. Like I said, I do like Burks, Buddy Hield, and Tyrese Halliburton. Both those guys are worth a look. The guy I totally forgot to mention was Jordan Clarkson. Definitely one of my favorite shooting guards on the slate, and I think a lot of people are going to have him as well. Been pretty consistent, playing pretty good minutes. Usage is solid as well. And so, yeah, don't mind a little bit of Clarkson. Like I said, I know Phoenix has a pretty good defense, but Clarkson coming off the bench should get you around 24, 25. Ingram, not a must-have, but if you can get him in there, he's not looking too bad. OG, man, that's so expensive, but he does have upside. Harrison Barnes, don't mind him at that price tag. And let's see, that's basically it there. So not too many good small forwards. Power forward, Woods worth the look. He's 8,800, so he's going to have low ownership in my opinion. Randall is going to be the chalky one because of his last performance. Zion obviously worth a look. Siakam. Going down to this area, Royce O'Neal as just a complete punt play. That's mostly it there. And then that center position, like I said, I really do like Rudy. Cousins, if he starts, I'll give him a shot. If he's not starting, I'm a little iffy on it. Mitchell Robertson, Rashawn Holmes are other guys that I'm looking at as well. So that is basically it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you do, leave a like. I appreciate it. And also hit that sub button as well. Like I said, if you guys want to get in on our month pass for regular main slate or our 150 lineups for single game, we'd love to have you. Like I said, we took down last night on our single game, came in first place, and like I said, 110 or 120, around that ballpark, cash last night. If we get some screenshots, I will post them on my Twitter so you guys can kind of see how we did. Just don't have them available right now. It's 2:55 in the morning, so most people are sleeping. So, but yeah, like I said, finally our first one. Definitely feeling it. A little bit more confident for sure. So, like I said, to get in, check out our Twitter. Like I said, that link will be down there in the comment section. Click on it and get us, and message us. So, all right, guys, that's it. Like I said, hopefully, you guys enjoy your New Year's. If you guys having some small parties at home, lighting some fireworks off, like I said, be safe, have fun, and yeah, that is it. I think we have a half decent slate tomorrow as well. Actually, a big slate for the new year. So, like I said, enjoy it, have fun, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on.